This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by CFU, the power of service.
This past week, the UNI track and field program hosted the Jack Jennet Invitational in the Dome, and the Panthers put up some outstanding performances. Whether it's in the sprints, the distance, or field events, head coach Dan Steele likes this 2013 women's track and field team. The University of Northern Iowa women's track and field program is less than a month away from the Missouri Valley Conference Indoor Championships. And so far this season, there have been some outstanding performances from a number of different student athletes. Head coach Dan Steele is pleased with what the women have done on the track so far this year.
Well, we've been very strong in the long sprints. We won the 4x4 indoors last year, and we're very competitive outdoors, and so we're still strong in that event. We've got a freshman, Maddie Beeler, who won her first collegiate race last weekend, and so we're happy with how that group is coming. The multis for the women is always going to be terrific. We've got Paige Canodal back this year. We've also got Rachel Paith, who's over from volleyball, who's going to be taking on the heptathlon as well. The women's throws also look very strong. We've got Kelsey Sukavati, who's in her final year, and she's looking terrific. She's setting PRs all over the place. Sydney Raybon has really improved from last year. She's going to be an exciting athlete for us going forward. She had a big PR just last weekend in the weight and in the shot. But in the weight, she's now number 2 all-time at Northern Iowa. So she's really making some big strides. We're very excited about where she's going.
Competition has been intense among the Panther women student athletes, with a strong core of underclassmen pushing the seniors in practice.
You know, we've got that very talented freshman class from last year, now sophomores, and they're competing more like veterans. We got Darian Thompson, who's looking fantastic, and she was a terrific quarter miler for us as a freshman. Scotty Schoen is back for her final year, and she's looking strong. She had a terrific end to her cross-country season, so we're looking for big things out of her. Haley Thomas is also a senior, and she's looking fantastic, so we expect them to be leading the group. And of course, Allison Fick, who had such a terrific cross-country season, is back, and we expect big things out of her.
Coach Steele hopes that this competition amongst teammates breeds success during the meets.
Oh yeah, the women's team, they've got a really good attitude this year. They're very competitive in practice. They like going at it. They, just like the guys, they like going head-to-head and trying to take each other on in those hard interval sessions. So that's terrific to watch it. Anytime you've got competitive athletes, you know that you're probably going to do pretty well in the competitive situations like the Missouri Valley Conference.
The Panther women will travel to South Bend, Indiana to compete in the Mayo Invitational next week. They'll head to the Iowa State Classic in Ames on February 9th and have one more tune-up in the Dome before hosting the MBC Indoor Track and Field Championships on the 23rd and 24th.
The indoor season is always crazy. I love it. I loved it when I was a student athlete. It's very fast. The season starts and ends in a blink of an eye. Okay, so in January you get them back from Christmas break. They've been home for a month, most of them, and so you assess what kind of shape they're in. And this year they were in very good shape. They did a good job over break. So you have those early season meets to kind of assess and really prepare for the big meets in February. February is the time to really run fast and put up some big times and big marks, and then the conference meet is the last weekend in February, and so it happens very fast, but that's why I love it. I mean, it's crazy and fun and exciting and all that.
With such a young, talented team, the sky is the limit for the UNI women's track and field program. It will be fun to watch this group of athletes grow and mature throughout the track and field season.
Their potential for growth is huge for the women's program. They are still young and they're setting PRs every week, so they're just going to get better. I'm really excited about where we're going with the women's team. Our recruiting has been fantastic, and so they are a team that is laying the foundation for a very exciting future, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun this year.